Well, hi, this is Custom Works. I'm Clint Allen, and today we're going to be talking about customer issues and complaints and recalls on the Ford Maverick that have come to light in 2022. Stick around. Well, thanks for sticking around through that. If you haven't already and you're interested in more Ford Maverick information, certainly jump down into our video list. We have a variety channel here where we cover 7.3 Power Stroke diesels. We cover other Ford products, Mavericks, Bronco, Sports, etc., etc. Go root around and see if anything else interests you, but let's get going with this. One of the complaints that have been listed, and what I've done is there's all kinds of complaints. What I've done is I've gone through the internet, gone through YouTube, and I've picked out the ones that keep on reoccurring over and over and over, and these are the ones that I'm bringing to you. So this one is labeled rear wheel well problems. What this particular customer is experiencing and other customers are experiencing is that on modern vehicles, they have a plastic wheel well fitting that goes inside the wheel well, so it looks all pretty, and it also helps protect, supposedly, in areas that have salt that would rust that inner fender. In actuality, all it does is it traps it up there and makes it worse. But anyways, this individual is stating that his are falling out, which I have experienced with several Ford products. This isn't anything that's new. Sad, but not new. So anyways, he's not getting any answers from the local Ford dealer where he bought it from. And we're currently sitting here waiting for an answer of what's going to happen. And as we swipe to the next one, this one's labeled first 5 minutes, first complaint. This individual in his Ford Maverick experienced a situation where the B&O sound system actually was making noise without the vehicle on or ignition on, vehicles turned off, and one of the speakers was making hissing and all kinds of odd kind of noises in it. The Ford dealer ended up removing the system, the main component of the system, and reinstalling a new one, which took care of the problem. So if you're having that issue, that's what you're looking at. And as we swipe to the next one, we've got Maverick has issues. This particular individual has the all-wheel drive Maverick, and his gas door will not stay closed. The fix that they were told at Ford is going to be you have to wait on parts. Could be 2 or 3 months, but we will get it handled. All right, as we swipe to the next one, metal around rear wheel wells bends. What this particular customer is experiencing, along with also several other customers, is that on the rear wheel well, on the rear that heads out towards the bumper of the truck, that part of that metal is actually bending inwards. On any type of force from like car washes or even just hand washing it, according to this individual and other individuals, that there isn't any support there. These are just one of these things that, you got what you pay for. You're just going to have to live with that particular situation. I'm sure Ford gets enough complaints. They'll probably put a crossbar in there. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But either which way, you're aware of the situation, that that chunk of metal on the back part of the wheel well bends inward. Doesn't take much to do it. So you just keep your minds about that. And as we swipe to the next one, we've got driver's side window control panel not working and electrical gremlins. What this particular individual is leading to is that he was driving down the road. He went to use the control panel to operate the windows. There was no power to the windows, no powers to the locks, no powers to the mirror, nothing. After he had come back out of the store, everything worked. So we've got that to look forward to. I would imagine with all of the problems with all of these supply chain issues, employee issues, the whole ball of wax, I think a lot of stuff that's going to be bought in the next few years is going to have a love-hate relationship and a lot of problems. So get her into Ford, get her fixed hopefully. I do know that Ford is having issues getting parts, and they're not willing to do any type of service work unless Ford has given them the service update in order to do it. So you've got that also when you're at the Ford dealership. It's not necessarily their fault because they have the way that they need to do things, and it's usually Ford corporate needs to figure out the problem, and then they filter that on down the line. This is how you fix it. That way the service people who don't get paid any commission on doing the repair work on your warranted vehicle can get in there, get it handled, and get it done. Most of the time that this is going to be the issue is that the mechanics at the Ford dealership, they're not worried about your vehicle getting fixed. They're worried about what commission that they're going to get in their back pocket when they do a repair. So you're going to find a lot of reluctancy, sadly, and some people wanting to do service work on warranty on vehicles. And as we swipe to the next one here, this one's labeled engine noise in EcoBoost engine. This particular individual is picking up different types of sounds, air pump sounds, ticking noises, stuff like that. This might be 100% normal to the vehicle. This might be a issue that is slowly building up. I do know that Ford has had some actual real fires underneath the vehicles on the hybrid models where the electrical was ran just way too close to where the converters were and the outputs of the electrical system are. So be careful of that. Make sure that you keep an eye on that until they come up with a fix. Even though they might not be publicizing it, the problem is there. All right, as we swipe to the next one here, the turbo engine buzzing sound. This individual is stated that has anyone with the XLT with the turbo notice any type of buzzing sounds or different type of changes in pitches when the RPM is changing. And this one right here actually is nothing to be worried about. It is the direct injection control system that Ford has come up with. It's loud, it's rackety, it's vibrating. It's just the way it is. If you're going to go this route, whether you're getting a Bronco Sport or you're going to be getting a Maverick or some of the others in the Ford lineup that have this particular motor, expect to have that type of problem, meaning that the sound is going to be a little bit different than maybe what you were driving before. And as we swipe to the next one, we've got seat fabric problems. This has been going on since the Bronco Sport has come out. These are the same seats basically in the Maverick. And what is happening is that on the back bottom part of the seat, because of the way the fabric folds around underneath, that is becoming loose and it's creasing right on that back preference of material on the back bottom part of the seat. If you start noticing this and you don't want to get it into the Ford dealer right away, just tip that seat forward and get underneath there and just pull her back tight again. If you don't want to do that, get it into the Ford dealership and they'll tilt the Ford seat forward and do the same thing. Either which way, you'll end up saving a crease if you keep an eye on it and keep it taut and tight until you can get it into the Ford dealership. But that one's up to you. And as we swipe to the next one, new recall heading our way. Well, by the time this video hits, this is actually old news, but either which way, what has happened is in the towing package for the Maverick, they've had a software issue with the braking, electric braking for the trailer assist. And this is just a software update that they're going to do. And that's just going to take care of the whole problem. The sad part about it is that, like so many recalls in the last few years, I mean, we've had brakes figured out and the manufacturers have somehow managed to mess that up. Trailer braking, which this is about, we've had this figured out for a long time. Somehow they still managed to mess it up. Either which way, it's a simple fix. If you have this issue, you're going to be receiving a letter from Ford. They're going to usher you in. They're going to have a new update to download. And the problem's going to be fixed, hopefully. And down the road you're going to go. And happy life, happy vehicle. And as we swipe to the next one, fit and finish issues. Tailgate, roof, weather stripping, warping plastics. This particular individual and many others are having issues with the quality of the build, and I'm right behind them on this. They seem to be whipping out trucks at a very high rate here, and who's ever doing quality control is kind of, you know, doing one of these in order to get vehicles out so Ford can manage to stay in business along with their dealerships. Either which way, yes, it sucks. Yeah, quality should be much higher than what you're seeing, but whatever issues that you're having in quality of items that are on your vehicle, once again, get them in. Sometimes it is not as easy as that. Don't take no for an answer. Don't be a jerk. But don't take no for an answer. Demand that they handle these problems, because they'll try to side pocket you if you're a weak individual. They'll purposely push you off. You need to go in there and say, hey, this needs to be handled, and when are you going to do it? And of course, you're going to have to take on the responsibility of keeping on contacting them and make sure that you get your vehicle handled. Customer service is not what it used to be. It's very piss poor. So that's my advice there. We have several other videos about the Ford Maverick, different issues. Go down into our video list and peruse through those, see if anything else. But until then, I hope you've learned something, and you take it easy, and you have a good day.